Hello, welcome to episode 7 of At the Movies, Total Recall, the remake of the 1990 film by Paul Verhoeven, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. And Connie's just looking at the list of films we have left to do, and probably thinking, oh my god. But Total Recall, Colin Farrell plays Douglas Quaid, and he's...
Sorry. Go on.
And he's really good in it. Well, I don't know, I think the first hour of Total Recall, I thought this is really cool. This is really, really cool. It's set in the future on Earth, not on Mars. Mars is not associated with the film. And
I loved how their town looked like.
yeah, and you could tell that they built a lot of that in terms of sets and stuff, not a lot of CGI. Well, there was a lot of CGI, but the sets, you could tell they were good sets and stuff.
But I don't think they thought it through how they move around through those houses. Because when he was running away, he ran through the houses. And then I'm thinking, right, okay, so how do they walk around the houses when they're not being chased? Do they walk through other people's houses, or do they, like, throw down little ropes down to the next level? Because they were built on top of each other in a very weird way.
It looked cool, but it wasn't very practical.
No. So, I don't know. I think I want to see if you still shot
the little area of where, like, he went to the recall place was really cool. It was kind of like a mix of, like, a futuristic style with like screens and stuff, and kind of a slum.
But was it really on Mars?
No, it was on Earth.
The whole concept. Yeah, I mean, but it, like, get your ass to Mars, and it originally has to go to Mars because that's where everything gets settled down. Yeah. And then when he's going somewhere, is that Mars he's going to?
What in this film, the remake?
Yeah.
No.
So he never goes to Mars.
No.
Everything's on Earth.
The whole concept of the film is it's in the future, and there's this thing called the Fall, which is this huge, massive, like, skyscraper of a transporting vessel that you basically get into, and then it drops and it goes through the core of the Earth. It takes about like 40 minutes or something, and you go from the UK to Australia. So people are commuting from the.
That.
You didn't get that?
No.
That was a huge part of the film. They go from
I thought they were flying, and that's why the weightless thing, maybe they went through a wormhole or something.
No, they were going through the centre of the Earth at that point. That's why there was...
Oh, that's why they were weightless?
Wow, I can't
like
believe
that
you
would
missed
ever
that.
happen.
I can't believe you missed it. Yeah, so the UK, people travel from the UK to Australia, they commute to work there and stuff, and I love that. That was a really cool concept. And, you know, they did something different from the original, which was also an adaptation of a short story. They took away the Mars thing, made it quite different. But at the same time it's very similar. Bryan Cranston was in this. He was kind of the big head kind of bad guy, but he wasn't in it that much, which was a real shame because he's a really good actor.
Which one was that?
Bryan Cranston. He was the guy at the end of the film, near the end of the film. But anyway, we also had Biel Nighy, who was in it for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was
not
that
to spoil
was
anything. So there's a lot of cool concepts in this film, and I like the look of it and stuff. But I just feel like towards the last act of the film, it just became very generic. And actually, I'm just going to spoil it. Jessica Biel is in the film. She's kind of the love interest because he was married to Kate Beckinsale at the beginning of the film, but it turns out that she's not his wife, that she's, you know, pretending to be his wife because of the whole recall thing. Again, if you've seen the film, if you've seen the original, you know what I'm talking about. It's very similar. So Kate Beckinsale becomes the villain of the film, the main villain of the film actually. She's trying to hunt down Quaid, Colin Farrell. And the only thing I can say about Kate Beckinsale is it's good to see her in a kind of villain role, but it seems like her whole acting process of being a bad guy is just going like this. Just having a mouth open all the time.
I didn't notice that.
It's just like the whole time her mouth is just hanging open. And
what, like Kristen Stewart?
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, towards the last half of the film, Jessica Biel gets captured, and then Colin Farrell has to go and rescue the girl and save the day. And the ending was just like, I don't know, it was just not that satisfying. And I think it's because I read that Ethan Hawke was going to be in this.
I don't even remember.
The ending is basically he saves the day, and then there's like an advert for Recall in the background, so it makes you think maybe it was Recall, maybe it was real, maybe it wasn't, which is kind of the whole idea. But I read that Ethan Hawke was playing Colin Farrell's character before his identity had been changed, and I thought I was waiting for it at the end of the film or the beginning of the film, but apparently they took that out of the film because they thought audiences wouldn't understand it, which sucks because I love Ethan Hawke. I thought it would be a really cool twist of the film, to show what Colin Farrell's character Quaid looked like before they changed his memory, and that he actually looked different. And they changed his face as well. I thought it was a really cool idea, but they didn't put it in the film. Now I believe the Blu-ray is going to have an extended edition, so maybe we'll see some of that there. That'll be cool. But I'm not sure if he even filmed the part for Ethan Hawke. Anyway, overall, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought, because when I heard of it, I was like, oh, this is going to suck. Why are they remaking this film? One more thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger was interested in doing a cameo in this film, and the director didn't want that to happen. He says, look, I'm a big fan of him, but I don't want to be too self-referential to the original. Which is fair enough, but they took the first Total Recall twice.
Yeah, the lady
with the three tits. And also, at one point...
the lady with the red hair.
Oh, with the red hair, yeah, the lady with the red hair. 2 weeks.
Schwarzenegger was kind of... He was disguised when he was going to Mars, but she was in the queue, and then it wasn't really her that the attention was set on.
And also, when he's getting changed and he's got his black friend as a... not to be, racist, or well, it's not racist, but his African American friend was like... talking about Mars, and Colin Farrell's like, I'd like to go to Mars, which is another hint to. And when they did those three things, I thought, oh yeah, the original, that's cool. So they
I was thinking about the original the whole time with his wife.
But those are three very specific things. So I don't see why they couldn't have just snuck in a quick Arnie cameo. I thought it would have been really cool, but anyway.
I felt like I was watching a serious version of Total Recall, because the first one to me is a comedy. It's plain comedy.
No, I wouldn't say it was a very violent film for the original.
The Expendables is to me a comedy. It's an action comedy.
It gets the Total Recall, the original, it's really like the open your mind. There's funny stuff in it. There's one-liners and everything that are hilarious, but it gets really
there's loads of
creepy
stuff.
at the end.
The fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger plays it just kind of says it all, doesn't it?
I think
your ass
Schwarzenegger's
to Mars, so you have to party rectal.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that, okay? It's I thought about the original the whole time, but I really, really, really enjoyed this one. Like when I first heard about, like you said, like I was like, oh, why would they do that? It's like we're making Spider-Man. Okay, it's not that stupid, but but still, I was kind of like, oh, why would they do that? But it ended up being really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it again. I'm disappointed that I didn't see it again in the cinema before they took it away from the cinema. But I do look forward to it coming out on
I was good just seeing it once. What would you rate it?
8.5?
Okay.
At least. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 because I thought, well, I'm just going to use the word beautiful. I thought everything looked really good in it. I thought all the electronics, the way the buildings were set, the shots, the colors. I don't remember the music though, which is weird because often I notice the music in a movie. If I see it again, I will notice the music more, but I think I was so consumed in how things looked, the way things were shot, the angles and everything. I thought that was great as well. And the acting was quite good as well. Of course it was good because there were big people playing. And the concept of the whole thing, I thought they did a good job with it, to be honest. Some things were like, come on, come on. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, 8.5. Was that what I said?
Yeah. I give it a 7.5. Thanks for watching.